Kol Halal Yahweh Shima Shai Bashim Kakdash. The honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone, as well as honor to the men under the elder apostles, a great millstone. Shalom to the elect, those who hope to be of that number. Daily Express. I found out about these Crown Royal passports the government and these firms want to basically make. Right, this brother GMS inquired early too. I'll leave the video to this. I'll leave the link to this video in the description box. Like, he says something here.
There's an article from the Summit News, and this article was published December 22nd, 2020, and it says British government contract firms to make Cvid 1984 freedom passports. The British government.
Yeah, that's why I stopped the video. And this gave me an idea for the video. Crown Royal passports. Firms explore Crown negative freedom passes. Can you get one? Crown Royal passports have been mooted. Should it not be have been mooted or have been mooted as a potential way out for the pandemic? Now, one firm has started to make documents showing you've tested negative for the virus. But how do you get a Crown passport? Crown Royal is out of control in the UK, according to Health Secretary Matt Hancock, as ministers plunge southern regions of the UK into tier 4 Crown restrictions. The restrictions will help to reduce infection risks across the country as health workers vaccinate more and more people in a bid to secure herd immunity. The crop of inoculated Brits remains low for the time being, but enough for companies to toy with creating an immunity passport for those who have received one. So in the background, they're making these immunity passports. It says, how do you get these immunity passports? Hundreds of thousands of people have now received their vaccine in the UK. Of them, 95% should now have protection from the virus, meaning they likely wouldn't need the restrictions others do. But if the government dropped restrictions only for vaccinated people, those who haven't had one may attempt to claim they have and end up further spreading the virus. Okay, and there's an image. Crown passports. Firms start to work on Crown negative freedom passes. Firms have now started to work on documentation which can allow people to bypass restrictions. These documents would, in theory, give people a personal QR code attached to them with a photo to prove their identity, so an identification card, a passport, a document showing that they've taken the jab. People will receive updates to the passport each time they get a negative result from a Crown Royal test centre. Public places such as pubs and restaurants could then ensure people who enter their location are Crown free by asking for the documentation, by asking for the immunity passport. And if you don't have the immunity passport, then you're not being vaccinated. So these immunity passports, freedom passes, whatever they call this documentation you're going to need to prove that you've been vaccinated, is coming. And the prophets, one example of one prophet, James inquired early too, they prophesied of this. And prophesying means say before to say. You can check that out on the online etymology. I'll leave the link to this article in the description box as well. I want to get 2 scriptures, and I'm going to leave it there. Fear none of those things, Isakia, Revelation 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil, Esau, Edom, Shakas, Isakia. Revelation 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, and you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. You're going to suffer persecution, trouble, hardship. You know, another word for hardship could be adversity. Behold, look, the devil, Esau, you know, so-called white man, devil, diabolos in the Greek. Diabolos means deceiver, the tricker, shall cast some of you into prison. Some of also hopefully elect, those who hope to be of that number, are going to be cast into prison for refusing, you know, to go along with what Esau says, like get vaccinated. Because there's going to be people thrown into prison. And prison here, when you check out the Greek word, is phylake. And phylake is basically means a camp with guards. So it could be a prison camp, an internment camp, a detention facility, quarantine camp, a concentration camp, a FEMA camp. Any of those sort of types of camps that fits into this word prison here, phylake. That ye may be tried, ye may be tested. And ye shall have tribulation. Tribulation is a cause of great trouble and suffering. That's one thing you're going to suffer. Great trouble. You're going to catch a lot of hell. Things are going to get harder. 10 days, a complete, any number of days. It could be exactly 10 days. It could be 2 days. It could be 2 weeks. It could be a month. Be thou faithful unto death. Keep the faith even if you have to die. Die with your faith if you know, if you're obliged to die, and I will give thee a crown of life. The Lord's going to give you that crown of life, and the elect are going to get the crown of life. So basically, if you get a crown of life, that means you're of the elect, because they're the ones who are going to make on this side. Oh, well, I didn't want to get James 4:12. I want to get Revelation 3:10, but I'll still read it anyway. Well, yeah, I said I'd get only 2 scriptures, so Revelation 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. The hour of temptation is when they make the mark of the beast mandatory, but we may be at the very beginning stages of it, because they're making this vaccine mandatory. This vaccine, after this vaccine, is going to be the RFID microchip, the mark of the beast. Regarding this vaccine, the vaccine is not the mark of the beast. It's just a prelude. It's what comes before. It prepares your body for the chip, because it's going to have these nanobots that are going to be able to transmit and receive data on all your biological processes, and alter your, well, with what the other stuff that's in the vaccine, alter your DNA. It'll basically make your body an antenna for 5G, which will be the infrastructure for the system. But treat the Max as the RFID chip, because you know it's scriptures say never trust thine enemy, and that you know that the vaccine, according to scriptures, is wicked to take it. It's a sin in taking it. That, you know, it defiles your temple. And you're not to defile the temple. It's God of the Bible. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua has told us. All scriptures are written aforetime for our learning. What have you? Because our temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Our temptation is going to fall upon everyone. And some people's our temptation may have already begun. That's why I read the scriptures. It's lucky if I butchered that, but I'm going to read it one more time. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, everyone, to try them, to test them that dwell upon the earth. And then Revelation 3:11, you know, tells you to hold on to your crown. You hold on to your crown by continuing to endure until the very end. The Lord said, he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. I'm just quoting scriptures here. That's Matthew 24:13. That's the clause of the contract. That's what the elect are going to do. But only the elect will do. Pardon me if this video went longer than you wanted it to. Hopefully this video was edifying. Until next time, Shalom.